Hey everybody, just want to let you know we'll get started soon. These are all warm-ups you're seeing on your screen, but Candlepin Bowling Network's presentation of the 12 p.m. qualifier of the Pro Series Doubles Elimination will be right back in just a moment. Hello everybody, welcome. This is the 12 p.m. qualifier of the Candlepin Pro Series Doubles Elimination 2025 for the 25-26 season. My name is Greg Gouillart and I'm alongside Kevin Burns and this is Candlepin Bowling Network. Hello Kevin.
Hello Greg. Long time no see.
Long time no see as well. This will be Mike Nardone first, excuse me. I'll switch the names right round. JT Lionace's partner will be up in just a moment. We're going to go one lane this time to make the vibes just a little more chill this time, and then Lane 18 will be the one we feature out of this 22-lane house. Ryan Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts, a.k.a. Ryan's. Just the 8-pin taken away. Yeah, pacing is going to be good enough. I think this will be enjoyable viewing for you folks. Feedback welcome in chat and anywhere or in the comments.
And also like and subscribe to Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Help us to get to 5,000 subscribers.
Yeah, like on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube.
Hit that bell.
Ring-a-ding-ding so you don't miss a thing. Sorry, that's Matt, the arcade Matt guy. And for those of you new to Candlepin Bowling, it scores similarly to 10-pin bowling with strikes and spares, but you roll 3 balls and play the wood exactly where it falls. Strikes are rare. It's a game of spares unless it's this. Mike Nardone with the hammer.
After a 6 buzz, he comes back with a beautiful hip-pin hit. I believe that was in the 1-2 pocket.
That was glorious. Take a look.
Yep, 1-2 pocket. The last pin to go was the 9. A couple of Hall of Famers in the house today. We have Tommy Osa in the house. We also have Craig Holbrook in the house. Craig is actually in the field.
Hall of Famer, questionably double Hall of Famer. He partnered with Joey Lister last time, and he is again. Look at that. We see it just off camera to the right.
It's always good to see Craig making a comeback after his injury that he had last year.
A lot of bowlers tweaking their shoulders and whatnot, so good, very much on the mend, and we saw it in Week 1 Friday Night Pro League action.
His first head pin hit for non-dome was a beautiful strike. Second head pin hit was a little baby split made of the 2 The 3 and the 7. Takes up to 7 for a 9 field, 25 at the 2.
And then we'll explain the format in just a second. He's got a 10 box, which we indicate X in the world of Candlepin, Roman numeral 10. And this is an elimination format, so we are taking 5 strings, total pinfall for each pair. That's across all 3 shifts, 10 a.m. earlier, 12 p.m. now, 2 p.m. later. Top 24 pair pinfalls will advance to the elimination round. Then the top 8 will get a first-round bye, leaving the other 16 to compete in the elimination deathmatch, or something. Top 8 scores of the 16 advance wherever they are in the field. It's not knockout, it's not head-to-head. And they advance. If anyone's tied for that 8th score, then they also advance, so we might get slightly more. But we're trying to cut from 24 to 16 to 8 to 4 to 2 to the winner.
But for the ladies' side, they're taking the top 8. The top 3 are getting paid out.
Gotcha. Thank you very much.
Well, we didn't get that clarification when Freshie was making the announcement before the 10. But now that we got the announcement from Nate, it's a lot more, the thick of it. So
yeah. 8 box 43 through 4. By the way, down the center stripe is the only non-standard candlepin notation. That's head pin indicators. It's sort of a fusion of methods that other streamers in the ACST have used. Yellow bricks indicate head pin hits. Red bricks indicate splits. I like it. It fuses Mike Imperato's colors, Steve Kelly's bricks, and Veronica McAllister's notion of putting it in the middle of the page. There we go.
Now, let's just say one thing. With the amount of, with our staff that we have,
close.
With the staff we have here at Candlepin Bowling Network, we have Paul Grant, we have you, of course. We also have Steve Kelly. Dave Peterson is also here as well. He's actually helping Paul out, from what I heard.
We're so going to omit someone. Dan Castle, you.
I was getting there.
Yeah.
But Rich Sanucci.
I am fully aware of the sartorial issue that is.
Rich.
That's right.
Drew Steele, Rich Sanucci, Bob Lee, our boss pretty much. And who else am I forgetting?
Not sure. We can talk about this man, JT Lyonnais, the previous Class B Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour champion.
Oh, he gave her a good run. Ran into a buzzsaw with Peter Garford.
Glenn Gill would have wanted to give him more of a challenge. Injury held him back, but Lyonnais bowled like a champion that day, and he spares to start.
Speaking of injuries, that injury that Jeremy Seaholm had during his match with Mike McIntosh.
Heartbreaking.
I really wasn't watching that match because I really don't follow the singles tour that much, but it sounded like there was a lot of confusion on what happens with an injury. Normally in a singles match like that, if you have an injury, if you're forced to forfeit, by default, Mike McIntosh wins that.
It's such an unfortunate incident. It's so rare, but it was originally, when I announced it on air, they thought they would be able to postpone it, but then considering precedent and fairness to other bowlers who've been injured and yet the match date unable to be rescheduled, in that situation, why would a special exception be made for the finals? Maybe if you had announced it beforehand, but all in all in the situation, as Lyonnais can't get the 5 to go either, that was decided what was best in the end, even though nobody felt comfortable. They just all solemnly agreed it was best, including Mike McIntosh, the winner.
And my heart goes out to Jeremy. I hope he's feeling better. Look forward to seeing him back in the lane soon.
It has, unfortunately, impacted his mobility in his personal life, but again, hopefully temporary and hopefully a recovery soon. There are a number of bowlers who will experience certain injuries, like, for example, Rich Lamoni's nagging wrist injury, which has completely debilitated his bowling, but I'm happy to say, not much else. That's headpin. Crossover side leaves Kings 5 and 9.
I was just saying to Tom Oser out the year, my recent injury.
He's here.
Well, he just left. He probably went out to lunch with Nate.
Mm-hmm.
My recent injury that I endured started during the Easter Classic of all time for it to start.
Yeah.
But I don't quit. I'm not a quitter. I actually tried bowling my last couple of weeks. I had to stop the last week for points because I couldn't do it. just standing at the line, just chucking balls down, it didn't work. So
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, I'm done. So
And even there, you generally have a stand and deliver approach anyway, but still.
yeah, it's just I couldn't put weight on it.
Yeah.
So
The footwork matters, people.
Yeah, it does. But
Want to give a quick shout out to XOBX. Great to see you. Great to show you 2025 bowling here at Ryan Family Amusements in Millis. Yeah, Millis Bowl used to be a tougher house.
yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Family Amusements. Hall of Fame Ryan brothers as well. With, multiple properties. Arcades in all of them, bowling in most of them. Just the 9-pin for JT.
Most of them are 10-pin, believe it or not.
They are, yes. I mean, the market demands, we're not exclusively candlepin anymore as opposed to, say, the Canadian Maritimes, which are exclusively candlepin. Not even 5-pin permeates New Brunswick, for example, which surprised me when I first learned of this. That is truly, purely candlepin country. That's just bowling to them. Finally goes in the right spot, 9-box for Lyonnaise. Guys are hoping to bowl more on the 60 halves, for example. The scores do play bigger here, and we've got a lot of bowlers across the ladies and the gentlemen.
Oh,
All
look
the other
at
stream.
this.
Seriously, 4-pin? Thank you. Do what you are told. Strike in the 5th.
That pin was hit, regardless. That pin was hit.
Well,
Which brings me back to Sage Johnson's 7th pin. If she's watching this and if that pin stayed up, she would have said the exact same thing that she said when her 7-pin didn't fall.
it doesn't take an expert lip reader, not John Boy, not anybody, to know what she said there.
No, it doesn't.
Mike Nardone gets back up. He's on a 53 half.
But I also want to mention I haven't been around much because I was dealing with the injury and the trip and stuff like that. But it's great to be back in the booth.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in
Or this table we've gracefully let the plunk down on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? Honestly, I wish I was bowling, but it's good to be in the booth. It's good to do a mix of everything. Nardone with a 9 drop.
So many bowling centers grateful to have their hospitality. Moncton Fairlanes has a DJ booth, so we literally will be in a booth up there.
I, however, won't be. I'll be stuck in a bus.
Yeah, exclusive we. There's no... we don't have... Some languages have an inclusive and exclusive we. Ours does not. Yes, got a piece of that wood. Nardone spares a chance to add to that strike 9.
He actually avoided that back piece of wood, which is why it didn't look to be on a good angle for the front piece of wood to take out the...
Risked the ball deflection badly. Yeah. Can reset in that situation, although... Actually, Jordan was another one who was saying, like, he doesn't like it when people reset next door as I'm throwing the ball, which makes sense. I think as long as you're not actively doing that.
Which is what a big debate is becoming. Oh, look at this.
The vast majority of people said a gate coming down to either side would not distract me, although maybe there are some people who did not feel comfortable admitting a weakness in their game. There is that.
I'm one that hates it.
Yeah.
I'm one that really hates it.
Because, and this is Jordan's argument, 10-pin missed, I'm afraid, peripheral vision matters.
Exactly. Well, it depends on what you look at. I look at the pins more than I look at the lines or the arrows. Some bowls look at the arrows, some bowls look at the foul line, some bowls look at the pins.
True.
It all depends on what you're looking at.
Some have even said the reflections of the pins as well. You can see the glossy...
oh, yeah, you can see it here.
We can see it on the camera angle as well, and you folks can too. The pins sort of cast a shadow as well, and some will aim for that. Interesting theory, if available. Little light in the pocket there. That is sadly the problem with Nardone's ball. Sometimes it just doesn't drive through, and I'm thinking back to that 5-pin he left on that spare try. It's a shame, too, because sometimes I fear that power gets overvalued over accuracy in certain score lines, but that's why we bowl 5 games. It generally averages out. He's wearing a Hef's Heroes shirt. I'm not familiar what tournament it comes from, but that's surely a reference to house bowler Brian Heffernan. New father, hopefully that's going very well. Got a lot of kids here, including from Pro Series organizers themselves. Both the Zuffalatos and Barbers.
Actually, I haven't seen the Barbers kids.
Well, maybe not today. Maybe they figured out a different daycare arrangement today, but they have done it before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in the pocket.
That's in there. And again, not driving through the 5. Tough break.
Cut shot down low on the 5 on the right-hand side will take it to 7. Unless you get something off the wall.
Let's see. He is capable. He had a highlight reel shot earlier. Was it the 6, 7, 8 or something like that? I believe it was from Friday Night Pro League. It was with Academy 3. And he was featured on one of our shorts here on Candlepin Bowling Network YouTube.
Oh, and let's not forget about Nico Puja, who is our social media manager.
Who made that short as well. Want to get back. There is 5-pin bowling in Oromocto. Not familiar which province. Excuse me, Gary. Thank you very much. XOBX, the pin sweeps are never a problem for me. If I see the bowler in the next lane move, then that throws me off, of course. Nobody should cut off another's approach. If two bowlers on the adjacent lanes are going at the same time, something has gone wrong. Always be mindful of your neighbor's bowling and never go on the approach at the same time as someone else's.
Never start your approach when somebody's trying to start theirs.
Right. It's too likely that's a spare there. It's too likely you will collide or cause a worse injury as well, and it is distracting at the very least.
Oh, when it happens to me, I get so upset, and I will literally slam the ball down. I had a bowler on my left cut me off a few times, and I'm like, what are you doing? And they said, oh, you're not going. And I said, that doesn't give you the right to go.
You were very clearly stood there with a ball in hand looking at the pins. You were in the zone. I was in the zone, and you cut me off, and I called them out on it. Yeah, that's a bowler on approach. That's a unlucky 3-fill, so...
That's a good place to leave that.
Fence posts, I suppose, 1-1-1, cricket stumps, whatever it looks like, I guess.
Now, I'm the kind of bowler that will call you out on certain rules. I go, is how I was taught. And I say to people all the time, I bowl on the tour. I know what it's like. You are just a little amateur doing a league, trying to have a night out. It's different than what I'm used to. So I bowl the way that I bowl on the tour.
Gotcha.
So that's why it's like you gotta be mindful of who knows the game and who doesn't know the game.
Yeah.
And I said, and I called them out, and I said, you don't know what the hell
you
don't know what you're doing. You really don't.
Line is close on that spare bit. At least upgrades the strike field to 9 for a 60 half. Good to see you, Brenton. Oh, I see. So that 5-pin lane was close to Kingswood in Fredericton. That's interesting, Gary. Thank you for letting me know. Since it's on a military base, I was going to go duck pin bowling in Virginia when I was seeing my family down there, but that too, I forget which lane it was on a military base, and I couldn't swing it. Too bad. That's on the ends of the 2-4 pocket. 1, 3, 8, and 9. Yeah, Brent, sorry, I don't know about, I'm not sure the ACST schedule offhand. Micah Imperato tries to post ACST schedules as best as he can. He's here today, incidentally. But he posts them in a variety of places. Candlepin chat. We'll sometimes post in the bowlers only chat, which unfortunately doesn't do the greater audience like you much good, but, you know, it's all our best efforts. But yeah, coordinating messaging is going to help out as well, which brings me to a point about our sponsor today, Candlepin Bowlers Association. Well, more so we're doing PSAs for them. Good to see you, Mr. Fontaine. Aaron Fontaine in the house as well. We saw his brother Nate earlier, or we saw him in the house anyway. But the Candlepin Bowlers Association, an organization by bowlers for bowlers. You can find them at candlepinbowlersassociation.org, candlepinbowlersassociation.org, or the Candlepin Bowlers Association on Facebook. Check out their latest updates, including their new average tracking project, which is automatically going on for events like the Pro Series and other major, generally accepted as major tournaments. And then also upcoming Youth Pro event as well, which is coming up at the end of October. You can go to the Facebook page for more information on that, and to the bowling and to the bowlers in Candlepin Country. You can check that out there so that you can start tracking your league average, signing up for that tournament, and everything else. candlepinbowlersassociation.org.
The question is Candlepin Bowl Network going to be covering that Kid Pro event?
I would like to. I'm working that out. There is an interesting question of whether I will live stream it, and I'm very tempted. I will have to ask Tim Jalbert about that, who's organizing the event, like many other great youth programs at Academy Lane, Haverhill, Massachusetts. I'm going to think it through because I want to be mindful of that. You know, what goes on the internet stays forever, which, you know, for the grown-ups is generally okay, but consent is key, and we just have to be mindful of that because none of the kids' shows, none of Candlepin New Gen or Candlepin for Kids were live streamed, for example, and we just have to be mindful of that, I think. But would love to chronicle the memory, that's for sure.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Al Johnson wanted to start up a Candlepins for Cancer show with the kids?
I think he did say at one point, yes.
Yeah, because I remember Bob said to me he was going to give me that one because he was going to have me to be the primarily announcer for that. But with my schedule, how would that work out and stuff like that? Because you got to figure the Pro Series, because I'm here with you with that. The Worlds, when it's in the States, with Bob for that. Miss Worlds,
Lioness Bears in the 10th there had a splash shot on that first ball, but all the corner carried. That's a symptom of Ryan Family Amusements. You get more forgiveness on the entry angle.
But you see what I'm saying? It's the scheduling and how do parents feel about it? Because a lot has...
Parental consent matters in this case, yes.
Yeah, because a lot of it has to do with, do the parents feel comfortable putting their kids out there? That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. 5 box for JT Lion is 110. So I'm sure we'll be able to work out the details in such a way that'll be good and agreeable for everybody. 221, sorry, math is hard. This time, apparently. 221 for the pair, Nardone and Lyonnaise.
Said the math major.
Yep, gets an F this go round. That's why we bowl 5 strings. That's all averages out, buddy. String 2 of 5 will begin in a moment. Looking around the field, there's just one lane has about a half still to go. It looks like 5 boxes worth, so we might have a little more of a break than usual. Delay time is variable, as always, as the screen says, but we'll be right back as soon as string number 2 is ready. Welcome back. Jordan Britton on lane 18, our featured lane for this 12 p.m. qualifier in the doubles elimination. Up now, Matt Goodale, his partner, is in the backdrop there, or foreground of our camera, watching on. My name's Greg Gouillart alongside Kevin Burns, and this is Candlepin Bowling Network. We're at Ryan Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. 3-5 doesn't quite cut it to the 10, and no mark to start. Oh, I see the mistake I'm making. Put it in the scoreboard that matters there. We'll start off with a 9. By the way, breaking news, scores are live updating right now. If you are on Facebook, and you can go to the Candlepin Pro Series Facebook page. I've thrown a lot of Facebook links at you, but the Candlepin Pro Series on Facebook is live updating scores right now, and we have them through the first shift.
Well, that's different. They never did that before.
They haven't before, but I believe Ali Barber's the one entering the scores here. Britton will deposit a strike into his bank account. As a member of the 2022 Academy Lanes team champions, gets a strike in the second. Devin Brooks and Chris Ryder, they were confident with their score. Good reason, 1268. That's tops among the men right now. Nobody else had a 1200, incidentally. Closest to it was Luke Acharna, and Brian Surprise, 1194. Brian Surprise threw a 613. Devin Brooks, 665.
Jay Summerall went 542. His partner, John Boudreau, had a tough fifth string with a 96.
Yep. Jordan Britton going ball for ball with Justin Scally on his left. Not a requirement. The lanes are not attached, but that'll keep them on the same pace, and Britton now in box number 3.
Oh, looks good.
Ooh.
Hello, 7, 9, 10. Couple pieces of wood.
And the question of how to maximize that strike fill. He's got another ball coming up.
Can you get the ladies and see how the first half of the ladies was?
Yes, I can. Taking a look here. And Bobby Joe chasing Shannon Scribner. 1185 is tops there. Where's Maddie? Yeah, she's here too. 1141. She and Ali Barber combining. Riva with the 613 tops of any individual woman in the field. In the first shift, of course, with many, many more to come. Hello, 710 goes. That's for a 10 box. But how? Want another look at that? I do.
He has a piece of wood right in the middle. And it looks like he plays it on the red line. The pin, the 10 pin comes off the wall and takes out the 7.
So 8 in the strike, 10 in the box.
So it looks like Caitlin Zaleski and Amy Doobie, 519 to 521. That's a 10.
510, 521.
So that's a 1031.
Mm-hmm. And then a couple others. Looks like a couple pairs didn't attend, or like were not able to attend suddenly for any variety of reasons. Jordan needs an out. But yep, we're considering many, many more. Ladies, I thought there were more than 15 pairs, and then the men have 43 pairs. That's a good out. It got a back 5 bundle of 5. And Britton escapes for 9. Jordan Britton, family bowlers, coach Lane Britton, and Sharon Britton.
I don't even see Sharon Britton's name on the list for this one.
Not this time. We only have so much time in the world, but she would belong in this event. We'll see. Jordan gets a 9 drop here and just a 5 pin alone. The pins usually giveth here, but sometimes the angles can be surprising. Watch out for that piece of wood. Don't let it deflect your ball. He's right on the pin. Perfect. 56 in the ball at the half.
Jordan Britton is up and coming. I think he's done a few pro events.
He's a world champion.
Yeah, that too.
He was not bowling in the finals or the majority of the matches, of course, but a very important part of the team, and proudly wears that Academy Lanes World Team shirt on his back, as everyone on the team, including Captain Mike Machichi, would say. Now Josh Daley co-captains it.
Now I noticed that Cheech decided to pass along the secretary duties with the Friday Night Pro League to Corey Elisi, I believe.
Yep, Corey Elisi and partners with Jordan Britton on Candlepin Corner, another great Candlepin content creator, including podcasts, most recently from the desk of the commissioner of the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. The ACST, home of many bowlers, including Matt Goodale.
What a shot by Dino.
He's in Class B North.
What a shot by Dino. He had the eagle -1. That's going to be a 9 for Matt.
Yep. Class B North. I'm not familiar with this game, I'll be honest. Looking forward, I'm not sure even if he's appeared on a few prior ACST broadcasts of ours. But first time I get a look at him. And maybe some of you folks as well. ACST, many bowlers, I think over 160 by this point. They lost although they're -1 class in the main thing, they added a whole new division, ACST West. There's now North, South, and West. North, of course, spreading into New Hampshire. And then South points further south of that, including all of Massachusetts. And then
doesn't Maine have their West. Doesn't Maine have their own division?
Once upon a time. Not actively these days. But it came down to an epic showdown between Mark Weber and Mark Carrier at Newport Entertainment Center, one of the highest scoring matches we have ever broadcast on Candlepin Bowling Network.
There's a 9. 18 out to 2.
High scoring and climactic, may I add. 18 for the pair. So, considering that we're taking all the doubles qualifying scores, the top 24 pairs will advance into the elimination round, where 24 will be cut from 16 to 8 to 4 to 2, trying to take the top half of scores, which should cut it down to that. If there are any ties, I say should because if there's any ties for that decisive score, everyone involved advances. There is no roll-off unless it's the final. This is not knockout, it is elimination. Goodale against the 1-2-10. Overhooks the ball, I'm afraid, 110. Scores aren't being updated in right now. As best as Ali is able. Actually, the scores are literally being populated, so if you want to peek behind the curtain, you can go to the Google Doc right now. The Candlepin Pro Series on Facebook. Follow the link. You can be apprised.
Chris Bovier started with a 115. Justin Waters went 131 for their first string.
Yeah. (26 through 3). Goodale again. Gets a piece of that head pin. Get over something. That'd make it easier. Yes, how about both of you? 8 pins wiggling and will not go. But the plank's right there.
Dean Sullivan is at 4 marks in a row, 2 strikes and 2 spears. 60 plus 2.
Bowling in the Palace Lanes, shirt on lane 17. Goodale trips on the front wood, gets it. Any way you want it, that's the way we need it. He's got 36 in a ball through 4. This is Candlepin Bowling Network. We cover all sorts of Candlepin events wherever they are. Great to see you here. 12 p.m. qualifier now, then 2 p.m. after this, and then the elimination phase after that. Oh boy, that 2-pin was tickled but did not take.
4-pin tickled it, but wouldn't give it. Oh, Dean. In the pocket drops 8. I don't like that split, though.
Some derisively call this the Millis 8, the 1-2 or the 1-3 being left on the backdoor hit, but it can happen in far more than just here. Spare in the 5th. Matt Goodale back-to-back in a 54 and a ball and a half.
This would be interesting if Dean needs this. Nope. Light.
Wait. Oh, boy.
Just light. That's his first open for this half.
Given like many of us have seen many a Dean Sullivan video, he was the Dean of the Palace, one of the best King of the Palace contestants of all time. You can check out that YouTube channel.
And Dean is so perfect with an 89 half.
No longer an active show, sadly, but he and Justin Scally, his partner, who's coming up now, both frequent contestants there. Both partners, Britton and Goodale, filling spares. Here's Jordan.
Executive producer Bob Lee made an appearance on the skins for format.
On the very last show, I believe, the last one that was released, in fact. His facial reactions were everything, just like they usually are when he's bowling.
Oh, Bob's.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, well. He's ready to explain every single ball he throws. Just like, well, just didn't get the angle just right. 2-4. Jordan doesn't care to look at the outcome.
No, because he knew he threw it away. Wasn't there.
Britain will take a 9. Candlepin Corner, also the producer of the all-new take on Candlepin Skins, in fact. Speaking of a skins format, we're talking about the cash game format where you pay per box. Highest score in a box wins a small cash prize, or if it ties, it carries over and makes the next one that much more exciting. Of course, Lita Lanes is currently relocating, so that's not currently its home, but hopefully the chance for the show to come back in some form or another will exist again soon, because a lot of bowlers took well to it.
Oh, jeez.
7-10.
That wood is not bad. Let's see what that triple stripe pin goes. It's not going to work.
Casey, why are you saying major burns? Is Kevin in the military and I didn't know it?
No,
we don't want to steal valor here.
No, I'm not in the military.
No.
Do I look like military?
There's always desk jobs,
yeah.
But no, that's not us. Wood doesn't. Britain plays the right piece of wood, doesn't take. Middle piece would have been very difficult to leverage as well. Would have required a very precise spin. 10 box.
I noticed something. Sometimes a flat piece of wood would not helicopter when you need it to.
I always wonder how it changes up, especially when it freezes up against the pin plate, which to the newcomers, the Candlepin is recessed slightly below the bed of the lane.
Well, what a shot by Nardone.
I saw that, clipping that. Just see if Jordan can overwrite that replay. Oh, boy, that was a good hit.
9 drop.
Chance at the 7 pin.
Scally with an eagle. Speaking of new pals. Franchak with the eagle.
Oh, yeah. Britain picks up this corner pin. By the way, we're looking to the right of that lane 19. Okay, so there is wood there, but Nardone hand taps behind the foul line, and then, yeah.
Plays it right on the back cap, and the pin just falls right back into it.
Very nice. Waiting for Scally to complete a Jason, and then he'll reset.
Well, through the uprights.
Qualifier started at about 12 o'clock right now. This is qualifier 2 of 5. Whoops, I just...
You just noticed that, didn't you?
Yep.
Oops.
Mr. Slowpoke is on all over that. Doink.
A half whistle for Jordan Britton on the right side.
Tough one, but still a good string working. I'm not sure if he's doing ACST again this year. Gets a little piece of that head pin. That poor leave happened to Lori Rossetti twice, actually, during the Ladies 220 tournament for Candlepins for Cancer this past weekend, where she had the half Worcester and tapped the head pin on the third ball and took a luckless 3 box. Third ball. And no, he can't get the time of day from the pins, I'm afraid to say. 2 object pin hits, and it's a 5.
Good place to leave a good church.
Yeah, pin sweep always takes it. On to the next one. The key of bowling is to put the tough moments behind you and just focus immediately in. Keep the pace moving and just focus on the next 10.
Off the head pin again. This time drops 5.
Get a bowl. 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. He's had good head pin accuracy. You can see it running down the center column. A lot of head pin hits. The red splits. Losing the range slightly now, but this is gettable. Let's see if the ball turns.
Didn't. This ball is too straight.
It is a very straight delivery.
It's way too straight because it's like I said earlier with synthetic lanes, you need a backspin. Yeah, it's not getting a backspin because a little more backspin, he probably would have had that.
Backspin or more like lateral spin, like you want more a left to right or a right to left? Or
yeah, because with synthetic lanes, you need something to curve into the right angle.
I mean, obviously he knows his own delivery best, but I am reminded as Goodale steps up to fill his spare about how in curling, the game of sliding rocks down a sheet of ice, curlers will turn the rock on purpose, even if the objective is just like, well, why not just throw it straight? Well, eventually it's going to turn as it travels down lane or sheet or whatever. Goodale just destroys those 10 pins, and he's got 3 marks in a row, emphatically. So if you throw the ball super duper straight, there's a risk that it will actually break on you anyway, and then it's less predictable, and the pin action might be a little bit weirder. Maybe. I could be mistaken, and I'm curious people's thoughts about that as well. Yeah, no worries, Casey. Good to see you. Casey McCool. We talk about King of the Palace. Here he is, the official scorekeeper. Gives us a chance to turn our focus over to Dean Sullivan on the next lane over. As he's throwing his third ball, he's already, holy smokes, he's going to have a 130 string, isn't he? So he picks up a 9 ball. No, sorry, I'm looking at, who am I looking at? Was that? Tim Jalbert. I see. Another Fenway Academy connection we're about to see with him and Chris Merrill. He's the one in the 130s. He had a great 9th and 10th box in the Friday Night Pro League matches to snag 2 points for Academy 2 in a match that Central 3 was otherwise dominating. You never know. Every point might matter, just like every pin might matter here. Goodale strike field begins with 7. The ACSDB North bowler. Not familiar with his shirt, I confess.
I notice a lot of the ASD bowlers are taking a shot and bowling the Pro Tours.
I mean, that's the idea. Give you comfort with competitive bowling, as well as streaming in the majority of cases anyway.
Well, what a backdoor spare by JT.
Strike field 7, boxes 10. Good out.
And a Balkan special to boot.
Bad time. 91 through 7. Matt with a chance for a 120 string just by pinning alone. Fills of 8, 10, and 7 in that streak. He's pinned well to support it. This time he's a little high on the head pin, but it busts up nicely, 3-6.
Timmy Jalbert on the lane next to us threw a 148.
We'll see him in just a moment. Top 24 pairs will advance. We're bowling individually, though, for Pro Series points. And I believe the point schedule, if I'm not mistaken, is on that Pro Series tab as well. Yes, point system is there. So you get a decreasing amount of points from first to wherever, depending on where you finish, in both qualifying, this 5-string qualifier we're watching now, as well as whatever playoff phase it is, in this case, the elimination phase. The winner's going to have to bowl 10 strings unless they get a bye. 250 points is the top award for qualifying. Whichever individual lady and gentleman bowls the highest individual 5-string score. And then in the knockout, that's your team performance, how far you get in that.
Matt breaks up the banana split. Where's the Dean Restorac?
Yeah, Dean's got 147 plus. He's doing super well right now.
He's at 150.
Goodale spares.
He's at 157 plus 2.
So yeah, you can check out, and again, this is on the Candlepin Pro Series on Facebook. You can check that out, follow the Google link, and follow along with the live updating scores that we'll try to get to you on the air as well here on Candlepin Bowling Network. And also, point awards and everything else. So for live updates atop what we're broadcasting here, please go to the Candlepin Pro Series on Facebook and follow the link posted.
Dean Sullivan with a double? No, he leads at 7-pin.
Matt's guaranteed a string in the 120s. Let's see how he runs this down. Just an offset head pin, and now he's got a tough one to pin. The classic wisdom would be to go for the 4-7. We'll see if he does that or something more aggressive.
And another mark for Dean.
I'm talking about the Florence Greenleaf book. She would say, go for the biggest bunch of pins. He'll go aggressive, and he gets 2 anyway. 8 box, 1, 2, 3 for a partnership total between him and Jordan Britton of 231.
You ready for this? Dean's at a 157. Justin Scally throws a 111.
Yeah, let's watch lane 17.
Dean has a ball.
167 and a ball. This is his last ball in the 10th on lane 17. Let's see how high he goes. There is a high single pool, I do believe. Hopefully he entered it. And his fill is full. Goes a bit down Main Street, but he's got 2, 4, 7, and 10 for a 173 for Dean Sullivan.
That's nothing new. Dean's always capable of throwing those high games.
Spare strike, 10, 9 bucks, imperfect. Spare 9, spare strike, spare 8. And there we go, 173. We'll be right back with string number 3 of 5 in just a moment. Welcome back. This is qualifying string 3 of 5 in this noontime qualifier with another 5 strings of qualifying for our remaining pairs of bowlers in the Ryan Family Amusements Millis Pro Series Doubles Elimination here on September 13th, 2025. Greg Gouillart alongside Kevin Burns, and in front of us, Justin Scally alongside Dean Sullivan, who we just saw throw into the 170s.
Justin Scally with a beautiful ball, punches. Justin Scally is alumni of the New Palace show.
The former New Palace lanes in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Putnam Street lanes, of course, carrying the Fitchburg mantle very well, including with a King of the Hill tournament that was quite thrilling. Most recently came down to a historic first double overtime for the first time in Anthony Caron's belief in the 30-plus year history of that tournament. Drew Steele, among others, Rick Santucci most of the time even, and Anthony Caron other times, broadcast that tournament.
And I'm also there, too, on occasion. So, yeah, I'm at that one on occasion, but not often.
Headpin hits running down the center stripe on the score sheets. That's the only thing non-standard about the candlepin notation you see. 3 pins taken out on the first ball. Didn't get, well, triple stripe pin is the head pin, which means absolutely nothing.
And it's good. Right through the upright.
Oof.
That's not Justin,
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now.
He bends down to the delivery because of his height, quite simply. That's a better ball. That's going to take over 10? Wow. I think it even wilted a bit. 7 box. Remember, live scores being kept track of very well. I believe it's either, I see both Samantha Cephalotto and Allie Barber by the laptop. We'll see who's entering it, but one or the other doing that right now.
Justin's a little off.
Allie Barber and her partner in this event, Madison Riva, doing very well. Came in second place. Bobby Joe, Chase, Shannon, Scribner tops of the ladies in the first qualifying shift. We'll see who, among all qualifiers we see this morning and afternoon, will make the top 24 male pairs and the top 8 female pairs, I believe you mentioned. In which case their elimination, I assume, will be simply 8-4-2. Into the 3-pin, that's a 9 box.
Top 3 on the ladies' side get paid.
Right, so as they eliminate from 4 to 2, it will probably be pinfall in that round that will decide who is in or out in that case. Scally, the captain of Academy 1 in the Friday Night Pro League, deposits 10 on the plate.
You know, I wish Corey updated the standings for the Friday Night Pro League as we watch Scally strike.
Welcome to the league, Corey. Update the scores. Where's the spreadsheet? Mike Machichi's probably... No, I'm not going to say trauma jokingly. That's not cool. But, yeah.
I call it ball busting.
Bad flashbacks, that's for sure. By the way, that's 2 triple stripe pins. How is that even legal?
No.
It has no gameplay effect, of course.
But the funny thing is, it's actually the 2-pin and the 3-pin. Scally almost doubles.
It is a beautiful symmetry, isn't it?
It is. Nico, take a picture of that.
A little bit of a thumbnail, I suppose.
Yeah. Now, speaking of thumbnails.
Got it.
Speaking of thumbnails, I heard that Danny Harris had his little...
Stanley. Oh, my goodness. What a adorable dog.
Yeah, but it came out too blurry. I could barely see the dog.
I'll have to update that. I have a better quality recording there. I had to do that because of the streaming limitations at Central, but I have a higher quality recording. I'll do that and a better thumbnail. So I am one human, but I look forward to doing that because Stanley deserved to be immortalized, if I may say that about a 4-month-old golden retriever.
And let's not forget about the 2 little babies that are around today.
Yeah. Pro Series daycare in full effect, baby. Candlepin Pro Series, apart from being that, I suppose, is a monthly series of events across different houses and formats. Today we are in Ryan Family Amusements for doubles elimination. Many more to come, and the full schedule is available on the Candlepin Pro Series on Facebook, and we'll post as best as possible on Candlepin Bowling Network, our own channel. Distinct channel, but very happy to help.
The next event is the annual mixed doubles event that takes place in the first weekend of October. Will be in Sanford, Maine.
Yep. Had been at 1710 Augusta before, but now we'll be in Sanford, Bowl-A-Rama if you want to be distinct from the Portsmouth house. Very great hosts in the Martins. Looking forward to seeing them. Hall of Fame Ryan Brothers, the owners of all Ryan Family Amusements properties.
You know, it's been a while since we've been to Sanford. I believe.
Trying to think the last time Candlepins or Cancer events obviously went there. There was a singles. It was a singles. I think elimination. That's right, because it was a three-way final between Tim Douglas, who won, Chris Merrill, and Sean Baker, if memory serves. Whew. Dean Sullivan's going to plank in front of the 4-7. That Palace Lane shirt is radical. It was a very driving rock, like underground grunge theme to their presentation. I kind of liked it. It was just like, and then for my money, New Palace Lanes had some of the best acoustics in pinfall. It was just like, it just like paired perfectly with like Dave Maddal's, oh, Rex a rack.
What about
Chef's kiss.
what about Steve Bronchuk's signature?
Yeah. Oh, people. That was magnificent. Yeah, it was whatever he did. Sorry, I got to stop the impression there. But yeah.
No, the impression is pretty good. It's dead on.
Yeah.
Oh, especially.
And then Dennis Nuzzo tries to keep the whole ship together.
Yep. Oh, jeez. The setback. First time we've seen this today.
Dennis Nuzzo, last I saw, I think he was an ACST bowler at one point in time. That might have been a few years ago now, but.
I hear he's trying to make a comeback. He's actually in a league.
If you got a lane near you, anybody can. Stays on the lane. Ooh, just overturned it. Setback leave. Corey Smith's good friend Ryan came up with that leave like, oh, you never make that with that wood. You're set back.
Even Nick Norcar says it's the shot that never goes.
This is the leave that never goes.
We can't
that
work.
That piece of wood just never helps. Blake Doucette is the only one I've seen actually make that wood like convincingly work, and he went really far left, which Dean actually just tried to do on that shot, but just it was impossible.
It is.
He set back.
It's actually a very tough shot to me.
Now,
that in the inverted triangle.
Now, Corey Smith's controversial theory, I say controversial because no other bowler I've seen does it this way, is his theory is, why would you not play less into more like any other split lead if the wood is truly that impossible? That's his theory.
Speaking of Corey Smith, Bob Lee and I covered his perfect game at the Mids Worlds.
That was good. Corey Smith, been a bowler on Kingswood, now Kingswood Bulletproof for many years, including with their most recent 2019 championship. Would love to see Kingswood host the Men's Worlds again. One of the biggest critiques is that it probably won't be because the maintenance of the lane is second banana to their other entertainment offerings. They're very much leaning into the entire Kingswood Entertainment Center thing. They have a golf course around and many entertainment offerings indoors akin to Apex Entertainment in Marlborough, Mass., and also Albany, New York, which is how New York has Candlepin.
I believe the one in Albany only has like, what, 4 lanes of candle?
Yes, it's Candlepin flanked by 10-pin. In Marlborough, I think it's a little more, but still, like, Candlepin gets pushed to the corner, and it's mostly big ball 10-pin. Kingswood, though, far from. It's 30 lanes of Candlepin only. And of course, I picked one of the lanes that didn't have automatic scoring, so I was very happy with that.
So you had to do pencil and paper?
I did, including the horizontal Canadian way where you mark your spares and strikes with triangles oriented differently, and then the full square. A square is just 2 triangles, right? 7-10 doesn't quite go. Sullivan was trying to spin the wood over. Maybe a wild pin deflection would take it. He'll have a pretty decent half all told, but obviously split bugged there. You never know. Sometimes the head pin data is like, how in the world does this correlate to the score? But other times you can see, okay, he's getting a little split bugged here. And the bowlers could see it too. There are red numbers that flash up on this 10-pin inspired system.
The Cubica system is one of the greatest. I love it. It's so much better than...
For me, it's the speed of score reporting and being able to easily calculate that. Is that your reason?
No, my reason is so much easier to read it. Because the pro score system that Lita used to have, that was tough.
Like the DOS system that Woburn used to have, Ficos used to have, Malden used to have, and now Ellsworth Candlepin Alley Outreach Center now has. Whoa, that half Worcester's a goner. Scally finds a way for 3 in a row. Another look.
Yes, please.
All right. Viewer Weldon McKenzie actually brought up a point. It is on the outside. I mean, apparently some debate, or maybe some of our own announcers say it otherwise, but in my opinion is the same as his. It's outside if you don't nestle it among the pins, which is what Scally did, and if he played it on the 1-3, that's an inside cut on the half Worcester. Now, what I'm trying to figure out, and this is far from scientific, is wouldn't you want to play it on wherever your ball is, which for Scally is very much the 1-3 pocket? Why wouldn't you just play in the 1-3 pocket, whether that's inside or outside? But that is a chink in the armor against my theory. And he's got the 110 for 4 marks in a row.
Well, here's my take on the spread eagle. You punch an eagle,
Not the half Worcester, the spread eagle. Okay.
Yeah. Here's my take. If you punch the half Worcester, 9 times out of 10, a bowler is going to overcompensate, hit the head pin, and you're just going to knock out 2. Then you're really going to overcompensate, and you're going to throw it right into the hole. Justin with a...
Well,
that was...
It's his head pin and gets only the 10 pin extra on the spread eagle, speaking of.
Yeah, but the 2 in the 6 pin were wiggling.
Wish I'd replayed the angle there. They're both hitting either drop. Less and more. Here it comes from behind. That 4 pin's hit and rolls forward. Does the wood take it? The 2 pins hit and does not fall.
And as Sage would say, BS.
What a bit by Scally.
It was.
And stay down, $10. If the 4 pin fell forward, that would have obviously taken it, but it still had a chance even with the rolling wood. Too bad. $97 through 8.
He's been hitting his hundreds. I've been watching him off the side.
Early release this time takes out 4.
Oh, jeez.
This leaf does not have a name.
Take a look at McAllister's leaf.
1 lane over. I call that the W. Paul calls the inverse of that the W, which makes little sense to me.
Eagle plus the 5.
Again, Scally into the 1-2. All right, there we go. Now he's got an eagle.
Blind check.
Oh.
Tough
Any
8.
box.
Tough 8.
And Steve even came up with leave names, again, referencing the show that Scally and Sullivan both bowled on. He says, okay, so 3 marks in a row is a turkey, 4 is an eagle, was it 5 is a badge or something like that? Oh, God. And then he started using their own names. He put himself first and, a Bronchuk is 6.
Yeah.
I think it went turkey, eagle, badge. I also cannot say churkey for the life of me. Fun fact.
It's not even Thanksgiving yet.
It's not even Halloween. It's like an American tradition to just speed run holidays as fast as possible in the name of consumerism. And pin 1-2. I think you'll find the majority of us don't actually approve. Whatever moves inventory, okay, bud. 7-10 for the out here. Scally will have the 1-teens.
In the middle of July. Walmart starts selling back to school stuff. It's like, really? Can we get through August first?
Are you not aware of our late start time here in New England? Come on.
Exactly.
9 box, 114. Sullivan getting split bugged. Yes, Millis is considered a fast house, the antonym of that being a tough house, and then the middle of that being a fair house, but you do get splits every now and again.
I don't consider Millis a tough house at all.
No, in fast houses.
Yeah.
The opposite of that, the antonym of that would be yeah.
Well, you look at, the show I did down in Buzzards Bay, Ryan's and Buzzards?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Solo cast that.
That was for me, that was like a slower house. It's not like here at all.
Uh,
There's only one lane that acts
It's right,
like,
but it's different.
there's only one lane that acts like here, and that's the one that Al Blanchard usually does his streaming on.
Holy smokes, Matt Goodale just destroyed lane 19's pins. I'm not even sure I was quick enough on the replay. Meanwhile, Sullivan here takes out 4 pins. Lickety split. I'm so sorry.
And the sound effects by Greg.
So good. I'm sorry my sound effect sounded like a wet noodle because Matt just ripped into that.
Oh,
That's
look
gone! Dean Sullivan, 4 horsemen, 9 and 10.
I do have a name for this, but I'm not going to say on the year.
Done and dusted. Qualifying strength 3 of 5. Top 24 pairs will advance to the elimination round. Last year's champions, now multi-time champions in this doubles event, I'm pretty sure, Josh Daley and Jimbo Ayotte, who were against each other in last night's Friday Night Pro League action. I'm trying to figure out if I'm peaking the microphone just by normally talking. Audio mixing is not my forte, I confess. Hopefully folks are not minding it too much. As long as it's a pleasant listening experience, that's what's most important. Sullivan on the spare, it's 9.
Dean Sullivan used to bowl out of the leadoff lanes back in the day. But now I think he does most of all his bowling at Academy.
And that's this one. Back-to-back marks. Thank you, Nico, our social media manager here at Candlepin Bowling Network. Posted the link on Facebook as well. So now you can go to Candlepin Bowling Network as well as Candlepin Pro Series and follow along with the Google link. Keep in mind, if you're logged into Google, you won't be the anonymous pumpkin, gopher, or rabbit on Google. So just if you're logged into Google, you may want to go incognito, but that's the only thing I'll advise.
And also, real quick, we also have another sponsor that we should mention.
Yes, we do. Candlepin Bowlers Association. That's a new organization. Pro Series organizer is also the president of this, Dave Barber. Candlepin Bowlers Association is an organization by bowlers for bowlers. And from a bowlers, bowlers have been doing an increasing number of events and increasing desire to grow the game. And this will be one of the best efforts to do that, including a long overdue average centralization and many new events as well, including a youth pro event that's coming up in late October, and many more initiatives that will hopefully get all the bowlers and bowling centers one day on the same wavelength. And if you want to learn more, go to the Candlepin Bowlers Association on Facebook or candlepinbowlersassociation.org, candlepinbowlersassociation.org for more information on this bowlers-sided organization. $10 brings Sullivan up to 98 through 8. We were talking before the interval about ICBA and CBA cooperation. Obviously, I think the sense I have is it's good that they're distinct and there's a right and a wrong way for the two to approach the welfare of Candlepin from 2 different angles.
But the point that I was trying to make is for them to come up with the rules and new rules, they should collaborate and figure that out. Because earlier today I mentioned about baby powder and stuff like that becoming illegal.
Slathering baby powder on the approach, which is commonly maligned by many bowlers, including yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so against it. Especially being injury prone like I am. That's like...
Because the risk is you're going to stick on the approach, for example, or trip on the powder.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe slipping, sorry? Or
it's more of not being able to stop.
Yeah, slipping, that's right.
So
you would skid on the powder. That's the whole point, is to quicken the slide, but it does so in such a reckless way, and it disrupts others' approaches.
And not only that, it also hurts the approaches. It also hurts other people who don't like sliding like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I, for one, am like that. I do a one-step approach, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our viewers know that. But it's like I don't want to slide too much because I don't want to go over the foul.
Right. But even there, just a little bit of powder can wreck even that approach.
Exactly.
Even if it has a minimal slide. So
exactly.
It is a real safety concern. I'm surprised it's not outlawed sooner because it happens with the condition of the lanes as well. That's too far on the outside of the object pin. Dean will be in the 1-teens as well.
Well, earlier I mentioned that Matt Susi, who was co-owner of Lita with Lexi, they were getting ready for Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And some donkey had to put baby powder right underneath the bar rack. And we were all like, what are you doing?
Dean Sullivan, 116. Partnership total, 230.
Not bad for Justin Scally. Justin was a little off, but he found his groove 4 matches in a row. Dean Sullivan got bit by the splits, but...
And still maintained a pretty good score as well. That's that. String 3 in the books for them. A couple more boxes remaining on the other lanes. I need to take an audio timeout. Excuse me, Kevin and folks. We'll be right back with string number 4 in just a few minutes' time by my estimation. See you soon. Thank you. Welcome back. It is Ray McAllister and Tyler Reese now on our featured pair. As we get set for qualifying string 4 of 5. Greg Gouillart alongside Kevin Burns for Candlepin Bowling Network. Here from Ryan Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts, or Ryan's for short. Off the wood there, McAllister doesn't quite get across.
This is the first stop of the season.
Right, among a monthly series of a variety of events as well.
And a nice 10 bucks for Ray. Yeah, a tough split, the 4-6. Gave it a good shot at.
Ray McAllister bowls out of, quote, everywhere, including here at Ryan's.
Oh, yeah, he's everywhere. He's one of the very few bowlers who don't have a set house. And another tough split. This time it's the 5-7.
I mean, every house has its own conditions. Sure, the pins are the same size, but the houses do play differently.
Oh, yeah, they do. I'm taking that from experience, but...
Doesn't make it to the 5-pin on this one for the mark, but good pinning.
2 splits on a row. Both of them were kind of tough. There's another 10.
Yeah, 2 quality 10s on that. We're on pace for a no mark 100.
There you go.
Turn your microphone if you please. I have he has sort of it is a backup ball. He is throwing left to right, as you see. Just curls across there. He goes into the 1-3 pocket.
This time he doesn't have a split.
Crossover does not leave a kingpin, Gregory, and then it's a 4-7.
3 for 3 on the head pin.
Yeah. I hope the back piece of that wood is covering the 7-pin. We'll see.
Looks like it is.
High side, it's good. Didn't play red line, which allowed the pin to turn in and made darn sure of that.
So going back to what we were saying before we went into our commercial break.
Yeah.
If you call that a commercial break.
Interlude.
Yeah. As we have another split.
Good fill, though.
Yeah, real good fill. I can see where a lot of bowlers will complain about the baby powder, me in particular, but I can understand why some people need it, but there's a right way to do it. They do make that, Paramount does sell that stuff. They can just put on your shoe and you don't even have to worry about damaging the approaches.
And there is and even with baby powder, if you're judicious about it and only do it on your shoe, not everyone's approach.
Exactly.
Just a consideration for others. I'm surprised that's not taken more into account because it seems like, even though it's technically subjective, it seems like a pretty clear line to draw of like everyone's approach should be their own.
But the problem is this all started because somebody made a Facebook post on Candlepin Chat about it. And since then, I've been an advocate about this because it's not fair to the bowlers who want to slide.
Right.
I mean, I'm doing it for the integrity of people who are injury prone. I mean, there's some people who don't want to slide. There's some people who want to slide but don't want to stick.
And everyone is concerned, pros and, may I say, casual league bowlers alike.
Exactly. I don't think the word amateur would be the right word for that, but...
Yeah. Although, speaking of amateur, here's a bowler out of the Amateur Candlepin Bowlers Tour, Tyler Reese, out of Academy Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts.
He actually did pretty good on the Amateur Tour this year, I believe.
I wish I could have covered more of the events, but unfortunately my summer schedule just didn't permit. 4 horsemen left side. It's also tough to schedule on the fly the way my life is. The ACBT scheduled in advance. Maybe it's a skill issue, but afraid I couldn't. Just the head pin remaining. That's Tim Jalbert to his left. We'll see him for the final qualifying string.
How many beers do you think he had already? With the way he is.
Some bowlers do like it. It's a bit of an uncomfortable subject, but there are some who swear by its ability to focus one.
And he loses the W.
Crossovers, leap kicks. No, it doesn't. It tripped. Tyler Reese strikes. It was going to. See it here. It takes the 1-2, but then suddenly something comes out and backstabs it. All 22 lanes in use here at Ryan Family Amusements, Millis.
It's very hard to keep track on how many times you use a certain lane.
How many times what? I'm sorry, I missed that.
It's very hard to keep track on how many times you use the lane. I tried doing it at Mason's one day because my goal was I want to use all 24 lanes at least once.
Huh. That's interesting. Like, not just how many houses, but how many lanes. That's an interesting thought experiment, but sounds maddening and almost mind-numbing to keep track of.
I actually was able to keep track of it.
Reese trying to maximize the strike field by going left, but doesn't even carry the corner. That's tough. Now we'll try to pin out of here. His partner's only left one pin standing, McAllister.
And also, if you want to follow the stream up close, you can look at Timmy Jalbert's Facebook page because he's streaming it as well.
I'm not sure if it's a public privacy stream. Everyone's stream's different, but you can see that phone mount there. Into the 1-2 pocket. 3-pin only.
Yeah, so Nico said on Facebook last night that you, me, and Paul were looking at, almost 10 hours worth of streaming today?
Got it. Here for it.
All for the good of the
44 in the ball. Maybe it's slightly insane to want to do it all. I'm not sure how I'm going to get a slice of pizza in Edgewise or something like that.
I made sandwiches for...
Ooh, smart. Oh, I should have grabbed one on the way. Oh, well. I'll figure something out.
I know you will. Too bad there wasn't a cafeteria here where you could get your mozzarella sticks that you love so much.
Not here at Ryan's, but a good bar, though. There's a vending machine. I can get creative. Never mind that. You folks see here the 3-fill, 247, lopped off of the rack.
I'm going to try and eat before the next shift starts.
2-mark half for Reese. Wants to bury this back into the head pin.
A little off.
Very decided windup there. It's got the power. You can even see in the overhead scoreboard at the end of the lane, it's clocked in at 33 miles an hour. Bob Lee prefers to measure speeds out of the gun, so maybe add a few more atop that. Good out, it's 8. 55 half. All scores are available on the link posted both Candlepin Bowling Network and the Candlepin Pro Series on Facebook.
Let's see what's going on right now.
Let's take a look here. Smattering of stuff right now, and it's tough because some scores are entered but not others. I see Matt Huff at a 146 in string 1, Mike McIntosh at a 155, Craig Holbrook a 138, Pete Crawford Jr. 132, Dan Esdale 132. He's a bowler out of Millis. Increasingly strong. Wasn't Class B that long ago, but now Class A and very, very strong. Even his wife Elena is rapidly improving as well. Ray's wife is Veronica, and she is one of the, sort of maybe accidental inspirations for the way I'm noting headpin hits here. Now, she does it because the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, which the McAllisters are part of, thanks to Micah Imperato, chiefly, the unofficial yet faithful statistician for it, loves tracking headpin hits and splits like I'm doing down the center column there in non-standard fashion. Yellow bricks are headpins and red bricks are splits. Veronica's method is to have a little bullseye method in the middle stripe of, a conventional score sheet. A solid dot indicating a headpin in and a ring around for a split, or both, which is true of most splits, but not all.
Ray has another split. This time it's the half versus standing.
379.
Half versus standing plus the 7. Oh, gave it a run.
I don't have a way to notate
I don't know
split
how that,
no headpin, but I just say, if you didn't hit the headpin, that's just that. But because I'm trying to note headpin accuracy as well. But that's not the standard way ACST does it. But yeah, it's Veronica's method of putting it in the middle of the page, Steve Kelly's bricks, and Micah Imperato's yellow and red color scheme, although he has different symbols, which you can see on Candlepin Skins, the all-new Skins show on Candlepin Corner on YouTube.
a.k.a. our sister station.
Yeah. Into the 1-3. 4, 5, 7, 10. Corey Alisi is, I believe, the treasurer of the Candlepin Bowlers Association. If you want to fact check me, go to candlepinbowlersassociation.org and let me know how I did. How's my driving? So the entry angle of the headpin was awkward, and now McAllister's in pinning purgatory at the moment. 4, 5, 7, 10 on this third ball.
Try and get 2.
Left side's the play here. Doesn't quite make it there, unfortunately. Doesn't get the out. Still a chance to go triple digits, but now requires a mark. You see now that 6 headpin splits him. Tough going here, trying to solve these pins. Some say that with pin plate treatments, just a simple cleaning of the pin plate, you don't need any fancy products necessarily to make pins dance just a little bit more and make scores just a little bit more higher and enjoyable. But some say that the pin conditioning does break down over time, and then scores might reduce. I feel like the most poignant moment for that was when it felt like we were in Moncton Fairlanes in New Brunswick, and it seemed like the single scores were higher than the team scores in certain respects, including Calvin Locke going north of 200 in that one.
Well, Calvin Locke is just focused every time he bowls.
Which is wild because when he's not bowling, including between balls, he's just the biggest class clown ever. But when he gets the lane, he has a very set routine. That's one of AYB champions and part of the Kingswood championship team as well before going to Outlaw Rides.
Well, I can say one thing. Calvin may be a class clown, but look what he does. He does the podcast with
Tim Matero, Brian Athern, and sometimes Mike McIntosh as well.
Yep.
McCollins are giving us a second look at this sleeve. He took out the 3-1 split. And he's full on the head pin. That's good sticks, but no 4-pin.
Nothing doing.
Well, his partner Tyler Reese had the 2-mark half. That's the name of a doubles tournament. You do have a partner there to pick you up even when the string doesn't go your way. Every pin matters, so that 10th pin could be important. He gets 97. And you see the encouragement there as he walks off.
He's actually saying, "Oh, I should have had a couple marks there."
And we see
1 mark.
And we see the splits.
A 1 mark 97, but you have to figure he had more splits than anything. I mean, he was 8 for a 10 on the head pin though.
And many times the splits do complicate the pinning as well. Tyler Reese gets the 1, 3, 6, and 8 to start. 4th string at 5 in this qualifier, this noon qualifier, a 2 p.m. qualifier after this, and then the big attraction. I can't say main attraction, that's the team name. The elimination tournament coming up next, where we'll play down the field from 24 all the way down to a champion. Last year, Josh Daley and Jimbo Ayotte. Ladies tournament also will feature an elimination tournament, unlike last year, which shows the increasing strength of that side of the game.
Both sides of the field of the game are getting back to where they were.
And it's both sides. Again, another aspect of both sides coming together to create quality bowling. Sorry about that leaf, Scally. The bowlers and the organizers both buying in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is only consecutive numerically, eh? Oh, is that wood going to push the 7? No. Reese will have to shoot the corner somehow, but where's this wood going, pray tell?
Not a good angle. Not a good angle.
Looks pretty severe.
It does.
Left wood, cap of the right wood?
No.
Cap of the left wood doesn't take it. Just sends it straight back.
No. Even if he tries capping that other piece of wood, he's not going to be able to cover the 7. That's why I said I don't like that wood.
My wishful amateur thinking was maybe it would turn over.
Yeah,
into the 10.
The only
9 is fine.
The only object, the only way he would have made that is if he did hit some part of that red line.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way. But you have to hit that 7 pin in order to hit the red line just to send that piece of wood straight across.
Wouldn't we all love Candlepin to be in all 50 states, maybe more provinces around the world? And one day, eventually, the world.
Well, it's like I said, unless you can find somebody to take a shell of a machine and figure out a way on how to reproduce them, that's the only way.
Otherwise, nobody can start a new center without another one closing.
Exactly.
Spare for Reese. The reason American Flatbread Company opened a new location in Worcester, Mass., God bless them, is because Leadus Lighthouse donated their lanes.
And their machines, too.
Right. To the bowling community's chagrin, the pro community's chagrin, the lanes are not 60 feet long, so major tournaments won't be able to be held there. But then again, that's not really American Flatbread Company's vibe. That's just, they're a restaurant first and foremost, and the Candlepin is a delightful part of the atmosphere.
Have you ever made it out there yet?
I have not, ironically, even though I live just the next town over. I have been to American Flatbread Brighton, which is delightful for a couple reasons. One, you can watch the pin setters from a window as you wait for the restroom, I carefully say. And then, as I note in 8-box here, you, what was it? If you're into beer tasting flights, they serve them with 4 holes hollowed out of a candle pin, and obviously the pin is flattened at the bottom so it doesn't roll away. That would be a pretty crummy experience, but no, not in this case. Reese a chance to go triple digits here, just needs a 6-box for that. He's got it immediately on the first ball and a chance to mark it against the 4-7.
Yeah, American flatbread is on my list to go to, but it's kind of like, do I want to make the run out to Worcester to even try it?
Just nice that. Oh, cherry picks the object pin. Brutal.
You might appreciate it. No pun intended.
I didn't even know we ascribed that to the Riverwalk Lanes owner.
Oh, yeah, because Mark Ritchie is known for cherry picking.
Ah. There's a 10 box, 104. Partnership combines for 201. Devin Brooks and Chris Ryder, our Canadian guests, came up with a 1268 in the first qualifying shift.
How's Chris Bouvier and Justin Waters doing?
You asked about them. If anyone else has questions along those lines, please let me know. After 3 strings, they're on 716. Justin Waters is averaging north of 120, the house bowler here at Millis, formerly Fairway. Hang on, 124 average.
Well, Pete Crawford went 132, 127, and 131.
Qualifying string 5 of 5 will begin in a moment. Just a few boxes away on this one. We'll be right back with you in just a moment. Need to refuel. We'll see you soon. Hello, hello. String number 5 of 5. I got to take this away real quick. Chris Merrill and Tim Jalbert, another Fenway Academy section we already had. It was Joe Smith and Cole Fry in the 10 a.m. qualifier.
McIntosh is on the right with, on the left with Nick Norcross. Merrill's off the headpin, takes out 3, the half whistle and a 5. Oh,
whoa,
what a shot.
Man.
He obliterated that shot.
Another look at set obliteration. Into the 1-3 pocket, easy as you like. Like he's throwing a hammer on the first one.
1-3 pocket. That pin took out the third pin, comes back and drops 7 more. 17 after 1.
It's a hammer that didn't need to take out the 8-pin. His strike in the Easter Classic was so slow and took out the 8-pin after a good 30 seconds after a piece of wood came this way on the lane at Lido Lanes and then rolled all the way back and took it out, leading a lot of grumbly Gusses to say, well, golf has a 10-second on the lip rule and whatever, but, you know, such a rare situation. That video was yanked by a content aggregator, which we, you know, well, thanks for the reach anyway, Best of Bowling. And on Instagram, that video of his viral strike is now north of 1 million views, coupled with my long-winded call and everything. 9-box, 26 for 2. Tim Jalbert, his partner, alongside there, waiting on. And giving active advice as well.
And Jalbert is already giving people crap.
All right. Well, he got his head pin. What do you want? Now he's right down Main Street, where we're located in Millis, Massachusetts. And even the 8-pin standing as well. Tim Jalbert, we saw just last night, anchoring his Academy 2 team. Central 3 took the bulk of the points. You can watch that on Candlepin Bowling Network out of Central Park Lanes, East Boston. But
yeah, we're coming up to week 3 of how many weeks? 35, I believe?
that was week 2 of 35. Yep, so coming up, week 3 is correct. Put one way, score 10.
I was actually saying this to Nico on the on private chat, that if Paul had his own is with somebody else, if there's another big time match going on, like with Exeter or something like that. Because I said it to Nico, I'm willing to travel to Exeter and cover Exeter 1. But it's kind of like, I don't have the equipment myself, so it's kind of like, I don't know.
And that's tough because we can't record in that case either, nor can Paul, for example.
Yeah.
Matt Weber, I need to get to your question in just a second. Oh, the wood takes nothing on that one. It'll be an interesting one to study where that just went wrong. But go to Candlepin Bowling Network or the Candlepin Pro Series on Facebook, Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook, and you can click on a Google link that Nico just reposted where the Pro Series organizers are live updating the scores, new for this season, hopefully for the rest of the season as well. Really thankful that they're able to do it today.
Chris Merrill on the headpin, he leaves 6'10" with 3 pieces of wood.
That's a preponderance
this
amount of
is-
wood there. Right side takes it through anyway. 2-mark half.
And that's not a gimme shot either.
Yeah, I was nervous, but he played a little more to the right side, I was noticing, which I think keeps that diagonal piece out of the picture. Or he just tried to play in the area and spray and pray. One or the other. Tim Jalbert is there. Chris Merrill defeated a Tim Hazard, a formidable Western Massachusetts bowler, in a previous year of the Singles Internationals. The same tournament I mentioned Chris Ryder being the defending champion of this time around.
Chris Merrill is also a former Easter Classic champion.
2 times.
Yeah.
Basically both of the post-COVID years, essentially. Obviously, COVID won in 2020, but
That was the
Chris Merrill, Tim Douglas, Austin Barnes, and Josh Daley in this decade. Obviously, we'll see if there will be one in 2026, but A lot of bowlers say we want to bowl 20 strings, but we'll only do it on Easter if it's for Lita lanes and in honor of late owner Ray Simino.
That's the only way I'll do it. I've been a Lita bowler my whole career. There's no, and
it's his tradition and his culture he created around that tournament.
Yep.
1, 3, 6, and 8. Jalbert just down the middle. His performance in boxes 9 and 10 of string 3 was what got Academy 2 those remaining points. I say within earshot of their team captain, Dave Godwin. Obviously, they didn't want it to be on the right side of the 6-2 decision for Central 3, but you never know which pin is going to be the winner. Okay, that's fine. The illusion of television is preserved. You don't need to know about it, guys. 4 horsemen, 6 and 10.
That's an ugly split. Yeah, it's a doable split. It's a split no matter how you look at it.
A washout. Not where he wanted to play that, of course, but look at the pin dancing he's getting here. 1 and 2.
And he just made the banana split of all things clean.
He really did.
Yeah. Nico, take a shot of that. That's a highlight reel if there's ever one.
The greatest miss of all time. Back-to-back 10s. Now I've got Jack Edwards' call of Pouliot with a spectacular miss seared into my mind.
High above the ice.
That's into the 1-3 pocket. Wood's going to move in between, and it's going to be a straight up 2 and 10.
And another split.
Mike McIntosh, Atlantic Candlepin Single Store Class A champion, to his left. We saw Nick Norcross, his partner, last night. Part of Central 3.
It looks like Norcross is still dealing with that injury.
Which was a hip injury.
Yeah. He does not look the same.
That'll be a 9-box for Jalbert.
He doesn't look the same. I mean, you saw him last night. I really didn't. But
I forget his final total, I confess. Charlie Collins at a 382. That was the highlight.
No 400s?
Nope, not quite. Jalbert losing the handle on that. Also having a bit of an uncharacteristic off moment right there. He was also a big reason why the 2023 Fenway Academy run was so powerful, including a multi-strike chain. Yeah, it was a double strike of his. 7-pin cluster. It's in there, but no 5-pin. Ball tailed away.
And he's scratching his head. He's wondering, what the hell what was wrong with that?
Landed in the 1-3, but he throws a left to right ball like so many of the bowlers did. And what's so interesting is that 9 of the 10 bowlers by my count in the Friday Night Pro League last night, with the glaring exception of Joe Smith, who was that gorgeous cross-lane delivery, they all throw left to right, either because they're lefty, like Norcross, or because they have that left to right break, like Jalbert here on our featured lane. It's only left 1 pin standing. This one is right out of his hand, and it's 1, 2, 4, and 10. Great to see you all here. You're watching Candlepin Bowling Network. Paul Grant live on a separate stream on YouTube with the women's tournament. A separate elimination tournament. Their top 8 will advance, and they will crown a separate champion there, unlike last year, so great to see that improving. I try not to patronize as I say that. I truly am happy for their success.
Happy that the women's game is starting to come back, too.
Yeah. 10 box, and that's a no mark 49.5.
Almost perfect. That 9 box is what kind of...
Well, splits make the pinning more difficult, and wow, that trend really shows up there. Merrill with a chance to go on a 60.5 here. One of State of Maine's finest out of Stars and Strikes in South Paris, Maine. Well, at least is bold with that shirt. Waiting for action to clear out on the adjacent lanes, and then he'll take off. It's like when traffic just comes to you perfectly like, oh, come on, now, of course there's another car perfectly timed to make me wait at the stop sign. But that
there
pin
it goes.
is going to G.O. Go. Strike on spare.
64 after 5.
You can't ice the Iceman. I know that's Al Keswick's nickname, but just go with it. 10 pin tips over. See ya. Back in there is splash hit. Guess what?
It's a banana split. Okay, see.
Memes. That is definitely a Candlepin Bowling Network meme leave. Whoa, look at this. Holy smokes. That's how you make the 6-4-7, I guess. There you play less than a more. There you go.
You love that replay button, don't you?
That was... You think you've seen it all, and then you just haven't. Quality 10 and look at this one. Okay, so the wood's there. Obsolete score sheet on screen.
I don't know how this happened.
So the ball deflects around the 10. That's why that never goes. But look at the action he gets anyway.
It would have been one heck of a shot.
I know it's not the most interesting thing ever. Not like that viral strike, but you know, brother. 1-2-4.
Any shot like this, Paul would call it an Oreo cookie because of the cream filling.
It's on its crossover side. This is going to be tough to leverage. It gets it off the wall. Spare. It was always going to be awkward. He's got a right to left ball, like a number of state of Maine bowlers do, where they just bend down to the lane and really deliver right to left. Cole Fry even more dramatically so, where he almost ends up sideways on his approach.
Wow, there's a odd leave right there. That's only 3.
I call it sabering the champagne bottle, that little diagonal slice they do to it. 1-2-4-7, 6-9-10. He doesn't get to the head pin.
That's not his fault. That's a I just overthrew it kind of deal.
Well, in fairness, didn't get to the head pin. Now he does, but yikes. Yeah. On to the next one. We're on to Cincinnati. 112 through 9. That's been, again, a bit of an early drop this time for the former singles champion, but still a chance with these 7 pins. And again, 2023 was not his fault. It was his resurgence in I believe it was string 3 that gave Fenway Academy the chance in the first place.
Another field goal.
They even invoked his name when Narissa Crawford Daniels had a similar heartbreaker for Hurricanes in the Ladies Internationals. That denied them a berth in the finals. And it was to Exeter Lane's benefit, they ended up with yet another trophy in their collection between mixed, couple of Exeter bowlers in ACST and McIntosh and Lyonnaise. Am I forgetting anyone?
Well, let's not forget about the Friday Pro League for Exeter Lanes. They really...
Oh, yeah.
That's where it all
Regular
started.
season and playoff idol, of course.
Well, that was from working from home with that one.
That was...
Because I was in the cast and I couldn't be there.
Yeah. That was the summer of Ficara, I tell you what. Rob Ficara Sr., the owner there. Ryan Family Amusements in reference to the Hall of Fame Ryan brothers, who own this and many properties. Arcades available everywhere, including today, even with our full house. Sorry about that. And bowling available in most locations, Candlepin and 10-pin.
And I said this before. I've been to the one in Ryan's, to the Ryan's in Buzzards Bay. That has a bigger arcade, but only 10 lanes.
Whatever makes sense.
I think they have a few on the Cape. I could be wrong, but I know that there's more on the Cape.
Into the 1-2, yes, the 8-pin does get tree-topped, and the binary bits goes 1, 2, 4, and 8. Again, another meme leave name, 59 in a ball. RyanFamily.com is Ryan Family Amusements' official site, RyanFamily.com.
Besides Massachusetts, where else do they have locations?
I thought, hold on. Are they not Massachusetts?
I think there's one in Rhode Island.
Oh, here we go. I have some homework to do here. 6-pin is going to get tapped by the wood but not fall. And suddenly with that surge of confidence, Jalbert
I
is
don't like
all
wood.
over that headpin.
I do not like that wood. The problem is you have a piece of wood on the lip and one straight
Right, it's a
back,
little off. It's good, though.
but the ball comes straight back.
Well, this is going to be the slowest ball return in the history of ball returns.
If that stays on the lane, it's going to come all the way back.
Oh, is it going to make it? Is it going to go? Let's go. It's headed for the gutter. Don't go out of bounds. And it's good. Over the line.
Now, that's a well-trained ball right there. Look at Jalbert's face. It's like, I can't believe that. I can't believe that came back like 80 feet.
We don't even have to invoke Paul Grant's refund rule of like beer pong rules of like, oh, you got the ball back. You get to do it all over again.
You probably will with that ball.
All right. Let's see if it works for you. He did use it, right? I didn't.
He did.
4 horsemen left this time. 6 Phil.
Arsene St. Cyr was giving him thumbs down for that.
What?
I wouldn't. I would give him I would have flipped him off.
There isn't the gray sweater. What does he have an opinion?
Yeah, exactly.
Aaron St. Cyr, the Pro Series playoff champion before last. Aaron Fontaine now holds that title.
He's going to make another run at it for this year.
Into the 1-2. It's a spare. I think Jalbert's made his adjustment as a way of turning it on late, and he's doing it again. 3 marks in a row. Ryan's is located at Buzzards Bay, Hanover Crossing, Hyannis, Millis, Newport, North Conway, Oak Bluffs, Plymouth, Raynham, South Yarmouth, and Walnut Hill. I think I said all Massachusetts locations, but man, does my geography fail me, even though I've lived in the Commonwealth my whole life. 6 again, this time it's a split.
The one in North Conway is just an arcade, just so you know.
As some locations are. I think Plymouth is also arcade only. But again, location details are located on the website, ryanfamily.com, if you are planning a trip to any of their locations.
Try candle pinball and try 10-pin bowling.
6-10, that's quality 10.
Not that I recommend 10-pin bowling because we're not a 10-pin network.
We may be biased.
Yeah, true.
I don't hate it unless you get territorial about it, then it's just like, no. Your bowling is not superior to ours. No. This is our form of real bowling. Thank you very much. Half Worcester.
Oh, I love that shot, don't you?
Don't you just love a bargain?
Oh, Christmas tree shot. Oh, wish I missed that store. Oh, God.
One of the most successful local earworms of all time.
See, that's what you see what I was talking about earlier, how he overcompensated?
We all know there's that gap between the pins that a pin and a ball can fit through, but sometimes it rears its ugly head.
And that's an overcompensation.
I have never seen someone truly only take the head pin unless it's a child rolling the ball slowly, but Tim Douglas did very similar. We punched out the 1-5 and one pin re-stood itself, which pro consensus is that's a down pin, even though once upon a time the rule book said somersaulting pins are up. Interesting omission.
Another question for the ICBA.
Yeah. How did I go too high on... Whoa. Did I over...
I think you did. You
apparently took a 10 box in that one. All right. And then we take the little implicit 10 away. All right, 112. So I got that wrong. I see box 8 corrected. That's why. So I got thrown off by that somehow. 6 blank 4. I swear I was following along with the action. That was the whole point of following one lane, but somehow got off. All right, that's it. 5 qualifying strings of 5 are over. Everyone else has to do their thing, and we'll do our thing. 2 p.m. qualifier coming up next. Hi, AJ. And we will see you for that very, very soon right here on Candlepin Bowling Network. End of this stream, another one starting soon. Please like and follow on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube if you are logged in. That way you will be notified about the next stream, which we'll try to click on as soon as possible. And then once this one ends and the 2 p.m. qualifier rolls off, we'll be there with you. So
also hit that bell so that way you'll get that notification.
Right. Otherwise, you're at the mercy of the algorithm, but the internet is there full of information. Take control of what you browse on the internet. Hit that bell so that you're not at the mercy of the news feed. So there we go. We'll be back later with that at 2 p.m.
Okay. Look forward to it.
See you soon.
All right.